Good morning. Rise and shine. I'm early. I'm bored. Hubby got called into work. He's on call all weekend, which means we'll just be at home chilling. Chilling, people. It's what you do when you're old. When you're old. That's the beauty of being old. Chilling. Thumbs up. Let's rock and roll. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. We're going to step back in time. Good morning, Janine. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Christy. It's a beautiful day. Timothy, Courtney, Stormy, Pussycat. Do you not love these little chain earrings? Got these on Temu. I haven't ordered Temu in forever. I'm one of those kind of people like, this is fun. And then I'm like, boring. Because now I scroll through this stuff and I'm like, don't need it. Already have it. Where before it was like, I want to fill up my jewelry, like all this stuff cheap. And then I did that. And now I'm like, But I might get those boots from Temu. I just got bored with Temu. I don't get addicted to things. It's fun for a minute, and then I'm like, over it. Which is why my tiny house is still sitting here, unfinished. I only have a desk, a chair, and then the top part to finish. But it's been so beautiful out. I'm like, I don't want to sit there. I might this weekend. Perhaps. So what's going on, my people? I just say that for fun. You're really not my people, okay? Some of you like me, some of you don't. It's okay. I'm comfortable in my own skin. You've never worked with a 1 to 24 scale? It is brutal. You need little, the little curvy tweezers and shit. And then you got to make lamps out of paper and you're trying to twirl it around. You got to make tiny little pillows. It's a whole thing. But it does test your challenge. You know what I mean? Good for you, Courtney, rearranging furniture and decorating. I wish I could rearrange my furniture. But the rooms are in squares. You know what I mean? And I thought about making this the living room, this room, because I feel like it's a little bit laid out better than the living room over there. But I don't want my bathroom in my living room. That's weird. Leaves are starting to fall, starting to change colors. Gonna get Max fixed next weekend so we can take a color tour. I'm leaving Monday for a few days. Gonna have a little adventure. Gonna do some members only videos. You're welcome. That's your perk. You get to enjoy me outside of this room. Yay. Because I ain't afraid, you know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to show you all the shit I do. I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. You're cross-stitching. There you go. You're expecting rain. Oh, God. I had thought about turning this room into, because it's a dining room, but nobody ever comes here to eat, so why waste the money on a dining room table? I thought about I thought about putting like 2 really nice chairs there. Why? Nobody comes over. So it's just my vlog room. I'm not one of them people that, appearance is everything. It makes me who I am. Oh, God, no. God, no. No, I'm pretty humble. And so yesterday I did that live because I got that comment, which I thought was constructive criticism. And sometimes you got to respond to it, especially when they highlight their comment, right? They must want the attention. Thirsty. But anyway, I'm like, okay, let's do this. You highlighted it. You want everybody. You want to be at the top. So I made a live. But sometimes it's a test to see if it's constructive criticism. Or we're just dealing with somebody. Just somebody. Oh, she come back. I'm like, you want to dance? Is that what you want? You want to dance? Let's dance. People are like, ignore the trolls. You know what? Why? It's fun. You don't find that fun to poke into the mind of a person who wants to tell you about yourself or assess you? You don't think that's fun? My God, we do it with Chantal. Yeah, apparently I need a hug. Don't touch me. I don't hug women. Ew. No, thank you. Hug myself. A little pat. Like Salah does. And so she comes back, right? Let me tell you one thing I've learned in my seasoned years. That's what she called me, seasoned. She could have called me old. Why didn't she? Because she fears aging. So do you want me to assess you? Since you're assessing me, let me assess you. I'm going to guess you're in your late 20s, early 30s. This is what my seasoned life experiences have taught me. You're either an active addict or you are in recovery. Want to know why I know that? Because all addicts speak the same. Whether they're active or in recovery, they all have the same verbiage. The reason people usually become addicts is because they have an inability to control their anger or frustration. They can't self-soothe. They can't differentiate a conversation from anger. So you accuse me of being mad. Not 1 minute. Not 1 minute. I already had you assessed. Am I getting warm? I'm also going to guess you fear aging. And you've probably already had procedures done. Because that's a fear for you. Because you probably live somewhere where beauty trumps brains. You have to keep up with the Kardashians. Right? Am I getting warm? So I'm going to guess you've already enhanced your looks. Not the looks God gave you, but the ones society say you have to fit in. Right? That sucks. That's why I like being from the North. We're pretty down to earth, humble, and we're not all wrapped up in the Botox and fake lips and fake titties. We like to use our brains here. How am I doing? Sweetheart, you need a hug. Because you're going to get old, whether you like it or not. And all the enhancements you've done are either going to look silly, like many of the celebrities that have aged, and they don't even look like themselves anymore. In fact, their lips are over to here, like this, right? Like they're looking like frogs or puppets. That'll be you, unless you move and get your head right. And stop being angry at women. Sucks. That sucks. But if you don't keep enhancing yourself to try and look younger, which you're not gonna, you're gonna look silly, like Priscilla Presley, all the celebrities that have modified their face to unrecognizable just to fight aging. God don't work that way. Shit's gonna start dropping. You're gonna look silly. Do you guys, yeah, one of the Real Housewives. I'll bet you live that life, right? You're thirsty, you're pretentious. Look at me. When you walk in a room, right, everybody has to see you. I'm gonna guess you dressed where part of your body shows at all times. I have more pride than that. I don't need my girls to be up here and out for attention. I don't. We will never see eye to eye, sweetheart. Never. There's a lot of celebrities out there that look good. We ain't talking about the ones that look good. We're talking about the ones that overdid it because of their fear of aging. And you're one of them. Oh, yikes. Have fun with that. Yeah, I had mine removed so I could live freely and do sports and have fun. I don't need all that attention, right? I'm going to guess you take a lot of selfies too. Girl, keep those in an archive. You're going to need them. This is what I used to look like. No, I'd rather be me than you. Thank you very much. Anyway, moving on. Hey, That's what us seasoned people see. Now listen, the reason I watch Chantal, everybody watches Chantal for different reasons. I'm going to guess addicts watch her. I don't know why, because that seems sort of masochistic, if you ask me. If I was an addict, I would never watch an addict. I mean, I really wouldn't. But yeah, even people that are or they're centered will watch Foodie Beauty. Because some of us out there are blown away at the antics of an addict. We're blown away at the thought process, the manipulation, the gaslighting. It's a fascinating thing. I mean, there are psychiatrists out there that went into the career of psychiatry because they're fascinated by human behavior. I'm one of those people. I gotta admit it. I'm just blown away. And I actually get a kick out of it. So it doesn't trigger me in any way. I don't know how any addict, recovering or active, could watch Chantal and not be triggered. And the reason she is an active addict is because she refuses treatment, which could teach her how to deal with her anger and frustration at life. Probably overcome it and be a much happier person. But the fact that she don't want to let go of her addiction because it's become her best friend, her boyfriend, her husband, right? And we know addicts will take their shit out on everybody else. They do. It makes them feel good. They want your energy. They want you to be mad. They want you to shake your fist and scream. Nah. Never. Why? Why would I be angry over somebody else's behavior? Or words? No. I will constructively and logically, I guess, attack it or handle it. Call it what you want. I don't care. But keep poking, because it's not doing anything but making you look silly. I do giggle because it's fun. But anyway, call it sadistic, I don't care. But it's my fascination. I do have a fascination with the behavior of an addict. Because their inability to fool people, their inability to manipulate, entertains me. Probably entertains psychiatrists, or they wouldn't have got into the business, right? She has a fascinating set of paradoxes. Absolutely. And here's one of them. This is so important in the archives. Because we already know Chantal, thank God for the archives. Thank God for reaction channels. Or she could keep rewriting the script. She could keep rewriting the stories. But thank God we can pull these out and say, make up your mind. Which story's a lie and which story's the truth? Because we already know recovering addicts or active addicts love to lie. They love to lie. In fact, they're pathological. Yeah, any addiction. It doesn't matter. Food, drug, alcohol, SCX. It doesn't matter. They're all an addiction. They scratch an itch. But they want everyone to suffer with them. That's why they play the mental Olympics, I call it. It's not even gymnastics anymore. It is full-on Olympics. And they like to gaslight you. I didn't say that. You're crazy. I never said Nader was just a bad boy. He's an abuser. Now, whether he is or not is not the point. The point is she changes the narrative. And you got to follow along, get in line, or she's going to berate you or tell you to piss off, because that's the other thing addicts do. It's mind games. I'm fascinated by people's mind games. Yes, they gotta, right, you gotta serve somebody. Addiction is a form of idol worship. Absolutely. They look outside themselves to others for their feelings, for approval, instead of being absolutely at peace with themselves inside. That's the fascinating part. The games they will play trying to find the vulnerable. and the weak so they can get their energy. That's what fascinates me. And yes, well-adjusted people do enjoy watching Chantal. Yes. And I'm going to say 99% of the audience that are viewers and subscribers are well-adjusted. And there's that 1%. Yikes. But there is help out there for you. Anger management, all kinds of help for you out there. But I'm not going to absorb your energy. So that was fun. That was cute. But guess what, sweetheart? You're going to age. I hope you're okay with that. I'm guessing you're not going to be. Whoa. Oh, man. Life is one big slap to the face, is it not? Especially when you become seasoned, like me. All right, let's get on with the show and have some fun. Let me turn the speaker on. Good morning. I love you all. I love you all. Okay, now. Let's dance. Put on that red light and dance. Speaking of red lights, where was Salah when she was doing her live stream at 3 in the morning, our time, from like a Starbucks in Thailand? Why did he stay in the hotel room? Sure, Jan. You're both indulging in everything while you're in Thailand, are you not? Hold on. Put on that red light and dance. You're gonna go over there, over there, over there. Out. Go. Over there. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, Mr. Tiggs is happy. We're happy. Toodaloo, motherfuckers. I gotta see if I gotta clean my, I probably should clean my screen. Put on that red lights and dance. Why is that song in my head? And my husband did not bring back in my Windex. He goes, I'm gonna need the Windex. I go, no, you'll never bring it back in. Yes, I will. No, he didn't. I know him better than he knows myself. And I know myself, actually. Your season 2, Pebbles? Yes. Yeah. Well, it was 3 a.m. our time, so it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She was having a coffee. She must have just woke up. Season comes with experience. Yes, and experience is knowledge, and knowledge is power. Yep. I don't like to even argue with 20-some and 30-year-olds, but they're the kind that don't want to learn anything. They know everything, so it's fine. It was cute. It was fun. Now I'm over it. I had to test to see if she was a troll or if she was, yeah. I figured it out real quick. So now I'm bored with her. All right, let's go. Now, this is back when she was playing the, wanting her audience, she wanted to absorb all their emotions. Because remember, Foodie kind of uses her audience as her therapist group, right? But only if you just follow her lead and feel the same way she does. Because if you have a problem with her decisions, well, then you can, kick rocks. The School of Hard Knocks. Yeah, that's all right. Everybody goes through it. She doesn't have the strength to say, yeah, I like Nader. Nader was dangerous. And, right. And she was a dangerous child, right? She's got a wild side. She enjoyed danger. She's addicted to all kinds of things. Her skewed idea of love, and she's easily influenced by men to adapt to whatever they are and whatever they believe in, even though inside she really don't want to. She just does it. She's almost 40. That's crazy. But She's addicted to things and she don't care about consequences, which makes this even better. So let's see the manipulation game she used to play and still does today, by the way. Let's just see this moment in time.
Physical. He's still a person and he doesn't deserve to have this all aired online like I did, basically.
Okay, so she's blaming herself that everybody hates Nader. Because she went on when she was upset with him and would drag him, right? And she did that to get sympathy, and she did it to get Nader's attention. We know how Chantal works. She's thirsty. Most addicts are thirsty for attention, right? So now she's trying to convince her audience he's not an abuser. It was all my fault. Did you make things up, Chantal?
Or what? I don't know. Anyway.
And she always says, and she stops herself and says, I don't know, all the time. When she's trying to make a point, she can never elaborate.
So,
and I believe 100%, this is what made her go to Kuwait. She could not handle being in the same country as the man she can't get over. It would be like she'd have to go live on an island where there's no Nashies and Putin and fried foods and drive-thrus for her to get through her addiction. She has to be completely removed from her addiction for her to be able to go on with life. I don't even know if she could, to be honest.
Yeah, so I went back. And because I don't know, like,
she wanted to marry Nader. She absolutely wanted to marry Nader, but she also didn't want Nader telling her what to do or making her healthy, because that was, in my opinion, that was him trying to come between her and her addiction. And she fought that. She didn't want to go for walks with him. She didn't want to eat healthy. She would get up in the middle of the night and go through McDonald's drive-thru and leave the bed because it was a dance with her. She just wanted Nader to give into her addiction and they would live happily ever after. But Nader wanted to help her lose weight. That was a big barrier for her.
I think I made this a lot worse than it was. Like,
she thinks she made this a lot worse than what it was. Pay attention to her words, please. And then you can decide if Nader was an actual abuser or if he was aggressive.
Do you know what I mean?
And I'm talking just with Chantal.
Okay, let me just fucking stop the car so I can answer your questions, like, when I get to McDonald's. I'm not explaining it properly. I'm, like, tired. I'm not, basically, I really love the guy. Like, I'm in love with the guy, and I don't know what to do.
Exactly. She was in love with him and didn't know what to do.
Do you know what I mean? And I spent a lot of time with him, so yes, like, we've had bad fights and everything.
They were drug-fueled nights.
But my hope was that we would, like, be clean together and we would just grow as people together and, do you know what I mean? Like, live happily ever after.
There you go.
And,
which means Nader would have to give in to all her emotional outbursts and, you know, she's all over the place emotionally because obviously she can't cope with frustration or anger. She doesn't know how to cope. She doesn't know how to cope with her addiction. Yes, and that's very common too with addicts. They can be promiscuous. They live a risky life. They have a lot of bad behavior that they regret later on in life, I suppose. I don't know.
Because that was, like, really, like, the only major, you know? I mean, there's, like, other things I know people are, like, red flags, and I understand that. I don't know.
Red flags? Now she calls her the abuse red flags.
to say, guys. Everything I say is just making excuses. I know. I don't know what to say. I
Try the truth.
don't know how else to. I don't know.
Manipulate.
So I don't want people to hate me.
There it is. You want people to continue to support you while you play mental mind games with your audience based on your emotions, right? That's what I'm getting out of this. If I'm mad, I want you all to be mad too. If I'm happy and in love, I want you to see the beauty of it. That is some fucked up shit.
But I also don't.
She already knew that Nader liked multiple partners. He liked threesomes. She just thought she could buy him into monogamy. And then when that didn't work out, he became the abuser.
Want to make him mad by talking about it, and I also not mad, but I also don't want to lie and just be like,
But you did, didn't you?
and
That's true, Jennifer. I think if she has a borderline personality disorder, it became more susceptible to her audience during this time, because she was all over the place. She's used to a BB, she's used to a Pete's, where she could hide the behind the scenes control of these men. She could hide it. But with Nader, she couldn't. She couldn't hide it. And that's what made it the best show on YouTube during that time, because everybody's like, you just said this. What are you talking about? And that's the engagement that got her channel big views. But these people were true supporters. I mean, just look at the members. Look at them. They got some eye-opening content during this Nader arc, which, I guess the true Chantal came out and these people walked away, I suppose, because she couldn't control her anger and frustration. She took it out on everyone. That's what made it gold. An addict will always sabotage because they can't control their emotions. Thank you, Mrs. Mud Duck, for being a Seeker family member for 9 months. Good morning. She even went after teens online. Oh, yeah, she had to prove to Nader everybody wanted her, where she got her channel shut down. She also went on a rager in Cuba because she was mad at Nader and took it out on all her audience. That's what made this gold. Yeah, and the blocking she did. If they didn't agree with her, I love it. Or told the truth and called her out. I love that. That's what makes this a great show.
I want a Diet Coke. He does not have an ex-girlfriend. So I've fact-checked, and I'm not going to go into his personal life and details on all his,
You don't fact-check anything. You believe everything Nader told you. Yes, you did.
If he's been involved in anything legally and all that. That's not no one's business. I don't want to talk about that. That's not for me to talk about. No matter who it is. Like, if I know the person, it's just dangerous. It's not,
But didn't you do that with with Shannon? Didn't you talk about Shannon's life without her permission? I think you did. But not with Nader, huh? Not with Nader. Hello, shenanigans.
I mean, if I were to, he had an ex-girlfriend that died. You guys already...
Why are you talking about it?
So he can't get mad at me for that, but she didn't die with him.
We know. She had a heart attack later on.
Hasn't seen her. So he hadn't seen her in a few years at that point. So
wait a minute. 47 and freaking fabulous. Thank you for being a Seeker member for 2 months. You go, yay, 2 months. I'm so glad I found a fun, mature, open-minded place to watch telenovas. Shelly, thank you for sharing your time. I hope everyone takes care of their mentals. Right. Yeah. Chantal, especially you.
had nothing to do with him. He wasn't with her. They didn't do cocaine. Had nothing to do with. Actually, she didn't even do cocaine. Like she was a drinker, but she never did cocaine. So it was something else, like natural cause. She was like 45. So and then there was like a rumor that he stabbed his girlfriend, and that was like not the story at all. I don't know. I've actually seen like proof.
Really? Then how do you not know? I heard it was in the arm.
Like today, so I believe him on certain things. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm just saying that everything you hear about him is not all true.
Even the things you said about him are not true? I'm confused.
I think he's just like...
Oh, only what FFG would said about him. Okay, got it.
I don't know. I mean, you know. So anyway. It's just little things are not adding up. Like you know, people are all in my ears about everything. As for like, I just want.
Well, here's the thing about Chantal. She's not real bright, right? She wants what she wants. Everything's gauged on what she wants. Whether it be McDonald's French fries right now or a man. She's lived her whole life impulsively. She doesn't know what she wants. She is not in tune with herself. She is only a slave to her addictions, right? Whatever it is she wants right now, she's going to go get it or die trying, right? We know this about Chantal. We know this about most addicts. We also know they can't control their emotions, especially anger and frustration. That is the number one reason that people are addicts, besides people who have possibly schizophrenia, stuff like that. They want to anesthetize the voices or the thoughts. That's a different story than food addiction or alcoholism, okay? That's a whole different thing. But she wanted us to believe that Nader was a good guy. Now remember, the first night she met him, he got, at her size, she partied with him and did really hard drugs just to impress him, just to be like him. That's dangerous. Very dangerous.
I want to like stop. I want McDonald's is up here. I just want a Diet Coke, maybe a plain cheeseburger. I don't know. I'm very think I'm pathetic, I'm weak, and I...
Well, you are pathetic and weak, because here's the thing. Nader heard you talking all kinds of shit about him online, and he does not like to be exposed. He does not like to be criticized. You know these things, right? So, he manipulated you. He pretended he wanted to be with you, so you would come on here and say all these positive things about him and make yourself look like you're crazy. You have to stick to your convictions. You can't just flip-flop. It makes you incredible. Probably. She's definitely a glutton. Yes. She can't stand any discomfort. Right. When did he steal the Walmart shoes? I don't know. That was a story she told before anybody knew who he was. So then when we knew who he was, she had to backtrack that too. I mean, it's funny how she's got no problem talking shit about Shannon, FFG, T and Sass, Nader. When she's in a bad mood, you're going down with the ship. But then when she's in a good mood, she don't know what you're talking about. It's all because she was defending herself. Okay. I mean, Shannon literally had to go make a channel to defend herself.
Yeah. But where's the McDonald's? They better be open. I think they're 24 hours.
Yeah, it's about as dumb as her thinking Salah cares about her. I mean, that's how dumb it is. If a man really cares about you and you're morbidly obese, they're not going to feed you. They're not going to keep feeding you. They're not going to be an enabler. Some men are, but they're dealing with their own issues or they want something out of you. You know what I mean? Like, true love is not about all this. Why would Nader make her, why would she want to do drugs at her size? And it could have been her demise. Wouldn't Nader have been facing some more prison time? I mean, it makes no sense to me. But that's why I watch it.
Ooh, the gym. Sorry, I know I'm making jokes in a serious situation. That's just what I do. Because
I don't know if she's ever going to learn, Mrs. Mud Duck. I think that's why we watch.
Wait, what is this? Are they open or closed? You know, sometimes they close off the drive-thru and you're not sure. There's like nobody here. This can't be real. Oh, there's someone taking out the garbage.
Well, yeah, a lot of insecure people will talk shit because it takes the focus off themselves, first of all. But it's a defense mechanism. And they'll even go to extra levels of behind-the-scenes nefarious things because they think it will shut you up or some shit. I don't know. Or scare you. It's a tactic they use. Instead of, you know, being able to fight fair, they take it up to different levels. Some of them out there, yeah, smear campaigns, slander, yeah. That's what people do. Still entertaining.
Hi, can I have a medium Diet Coke with extra ice and a cheeseburger?
Medium Diet Coke.
Now, whenever she was live, she would order small meals at the drive-thru because she knew Natter was watching.
Cheaper?
Yes, please.
I mean, have you ever heard her order just one cheeseburger and a diet soda? No.
And is that all?
That's it.
Your total will be $3.50.
Natter even said, he even said once, you just leave so you can eat McDonald's.
I don't think I've ever had a cheaper McDonald's order than that in my life. God, I think I'm a 5.
Yeah, chances are, if she pulls over and eats it, right? And then says, all right, guys, I've got to drive, so I'll see you when I get home. Chances are she swung around that drive-thru one more time.
Who's that?
That's like an alcoholic saying they can socially drink, right? So they go out with their friends. See, I can socially drink, and they have one drink, and then they go home and drink a whole bottle, right? They're only fooling themselves. Put your glasses on.
Hi.
There was S-Jam dropping the hundreds. Remember? S-Jam used to give her $100 every live stream. Sometimes more. But he needed her approval and her attention. So he had to give big money for her to say his name and, oh my God, it's S-Jam. There's a lot of people that do that. Sad but true. And now we know S-Jam's an addict.
Thank you.
Well, I agree with you, Thelma. With all the health issues, why is she not afraid? Because her addiction's too strong. It's called denial. That's what they do. They justify it, excuse it, and they don't fear. They fear giving up their addiction more than they do of having a devastating health crisis. Hello, girl tube.
I'm gonna go home. Thank you.
Yeah, there are a lot of people like this, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because, you know, I worked around addicts, and I don't know. Maybe it's my fascination with behavior and how they all exhibit the same behavior. All of them. All of them. It's the same verbiage. It's the same attitude. Nothing's logical. It's all wrapped around dopamine rushes, and it's bizarre to me. I guess that's why I like watching it. I mean, if they're gonna put it out there on the internet, it's not like you're out there filming it in private, right? It's the same habits, right? The glasses does. She only needs them for driving because we never see her wearing her glasses. Yeah, I haven't seen her glasses in a long time. Which explains why she hit so many animals, because she wasn't wearing her glasses.
What?
It is a waste of life. If you look at it as from a non-addiction You know, like, if you're not suffering from addiction, it is fascinating to watch something control your whole life. It's so, I don't know. And to put it out on the internet in full display is gold.
No.
Right now, her chat is, they're mad because she's trying to convince them that Nader is good and she's in love with him. And the chat's not happy about it, which is pissing her off because she don't want to hear that. Yes, I absolutely agree with you, Fatima. I believe that Chantal ran from definitely the tax authorities, but I also believe that she could not help herself when it came to her addiction with Nader, just like her addiction with food. She literally looked up all the fast food places in Kuwait before she went there. She talked about it. Like, they have a Krispy Kreme, they have a KFC, they have this, they have McDonald's, they have Burger King. And she did the same thing with Thailand. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't do that with Thailand. Thailand has the legal weed. So, you know what I mean? There's always a reason.
Actually, Beaker, if you want to know.
Here we go.
Yeah, for sticking up for me. That's what I tried to explain. And he's like, well, she messaged me a whole bunch of shit. You know, you told her, like, I didn't want her to, but at the same time, she was...
You're talking about Shannon. Talking about Shannon. She used to trauma dump on Shannon. She told Shannon that Nader abused her, and any good friend would come in the chat when you're trying to say he didn't abuse you. So you're saying you either lied to me or you are excusing the actions of an abuser. And basically Shannon called her out in the chat. She basically said something like, well, don't ever call me again when he abuses you. In other words, you stole my energy. You made me feel bad for you. You made me care about you. You made me want to protect you. And you made me want to go after Nader. And now you're defending him, right? Hold on. Right? And so she turned on Shannon so she wouldn't be exposed for the things she said about Nader. So she'd rather protect Nader than her friend.
I am getting therapy.
Get down.
I'm getting therapy.
Get down. Let's go. Get down. Thank you.
What do I want from you? Nothing. I just want you to listen and I guess just share my stuff. Villager's life isn't this painful and hard. This is bad news. I don't know what it is, but when it's good, it's really good, and it's hard to remember the really bad.
Really? Is that a thing? Yeah, how many times did she talk about therapy, right? Is that a thing, though? Tiggs, no. You're going to go in your crate. Is that a thing? If you're with an abuser, when you're with an abuser, is it really good when it's good and it makes you forget about abuse? I'm just curious. I don't think you ever forget about the abuse. I think you excuse it away when you're with an abuser. If he's treating you good, you're so happy, but you know the abuse is coming, right?
Do you know what I mean by?
Well, Tiggs doesn't like anybody to walk past the house with a dog without alerting me. I think she heard that on a TV show. Perhaps, B. I wish I could sleep in too, Jennifer H. Yeah, not for a second, Sammy says.
By that? When am I getting therapy?
When am I getting therapy?
Well, all I have to do is make a phone call, so I know that's all I have to do.
But she don't want to fix herself.
Do you want us to sit back and be okay with it? La La Land. Thank you for your super chat. No. Thank you.
Yes, she does. She wants her audience to just follow her lead and not think for themselves and not question all her chaos.
That's a lot to ask from. I'm gonna drive home and then I'll park here and do this and then go home. That's a lot to ask from people to. Obviously, people aren't gonna be okay with, you know, especially online. That's why it's just all of this should have never been online. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, but you're impulsive. So you smeared that man's name. He came out, everything about him came out because of you. And, I mean, how does she did the same thing to Shannon.
For this kind of thing, it's so private, you know, and I just feel stupid. I feel like I'm in a mess, and I feel like, you love me playing cheeseburger? I feel like I have to just, like, always talk about, like, things, you know, and...
Because you use your audience for therapists.
I got a cheeseburger.
Plain Cheeseburger says, oh, the twos in the chat are people canceling right now. People are canceling their memberships. She don't want to read that. So let's try to groom them into, I'm just crazy. I'm so wrong. Oh, I don't know. I'm just messed up. Yeah, I should see a therapist. Just don't cancel.
Anyway. I don't know what to say. You do this because you don't love yourself.
She never has loved herself. It's a false sense of love. It's a shield she puts up. I don't think she had slimming filters here. This was 2 years ago. My sister is a control addict. She went into therapy and was the happiest I ever seen her until the therapist told her something she didn't want to hear, and she dipped out. Yeah, that's what ALR does, and that's Chantal all the way. They think they can manipulate the therapist, and then when they find out they can't, that's when their anger pops out again. And the therapist doesn't know what they're talking about. Yeah, we've seen many of those people.
Do what, specifically? Hi, whoopsie doozies. I gotta go home and poop. My nerves are bad.
And this is the people you get. I don't want to cancel. I want to help save your life and career. I genuinely want you to succeed. Yeah, and too bad she doesn't. Because there's so many things she could be doing right now that could save her online career. But she's one of those defiant children. She's going to do what she wants to do.
Did I exaggerate?
Did I exaggerate? So keep this in mind. Nader the abuser. Did you exaggerate? They want to know if Nader's manipulating you or if you were just mad at him and you wanted to destroy him in the eyes of the public. A slander campaign.
No, because...
She's got to think.
When we're not on coke, it's fine. But
She had to take another bite because she don't know what to say. She's going to blame it on drugs.
well, within reason, I don't know.
So within reason. What within reason? That you exaggerated? Tread lightly. It's going to come back to haunt you. Yeah, no nudes. Your mom must have been told something she didn't want to hear. It's called the truth, right? Nikki said, I'm weird, but I used to adore my therapist. Yeah, she told me things I didn't want to deal with, but it worked. No regrets, but you have to be ready for it. When the student is ready, the teacher... Yeah, absolutely. If you are really seeking knowledge and you want to benefit from the work, You will seek a therapist. So all these people constantly telling her to go to therapy. She's already had a bout with a therapist, and she didn't like it. Same with Amberlynn Reed. We all know, yeah, Natter's a lowlife, but he's very aggressive. He likes multiple partners. He likes to be in control because he's really insecure. You can't take criticism at all. I mean, at all, not even for a conversation. He just literally loses his shit. So, you know, it wasn't going to work because Chantal doesn't bend for anyone when it comes to her addictiveness.
Wow. Mega Braylon, we have had really bad fights. And, you know, I've said, I don't like when men raise their voice.
Oh no, a man raised his voice. Oh no, that's the abuse. Huh? I don't like when a man raises his voice. Huh?
Because he always, like, I don't know if it's like, he's a very loud talker. And he gets very excited when he talks, you know? So.
Shove another piece in. Look at this. Pause.
He's intimidating.
It's intimidating.
Intimidating person.
He's an intimidating person.
Yeah.
Is that an abuser, though?
But I don't know if I should, like. I'm afraid to be alone. I'm not gonna check. Save your super chats for when I get home if you want to send a message. I don't want to. And Sandra, I saw that you're disappointed. I fully understand.
But she's gonna manipulate you.
Thinking so hard before going live, like, you know, I could just go back to videos.
Probably should have went back to videos.
And no one will ever know what I'm doing with my life.
That would probably been a smart idea. Sometimes silence is best. If you didn't use your audience as a therapist.
I'll be a liar. Like, and I don't want to ask Pats for telling the truth because the truth is, is what it is. But
yeah, that's my point too, Shenanigan. Can you imagine? Like, think about this. So she meets the guy on Tinder. It wasn't Plenty of Fish. It was Tinder. Let's be honest, Chantal. But anyway, you go to his place. You see a crack pipe. You see poppers. You see all kinds of trap house paraphernalia. How did you not run out that door? Oh, wait, I forgot something in my car. And just take off. Why wouldn't you meet somebody in a safe place? A restaurant, get to know their personality. Who would go to a man's house not knowing who this person is? I would have been out of there so fast. You know what I'm saying? I would have talked on the phone. I talked on the phone with my husband for a month before we even went on a date. Why would I waste my time? Right? I had a kind of a blueprint of what I wanted in my life, and I wasn't going to settle for less. So she became addicted to an addict. And she wants us to not see a problem with her, but only with him. That is weird. At your size, you were doing all these drugs, and you didn't think there'd be a bad night. How many people have seen, I don't know, two crackheads fighting on the corner? I did in Vegas once. A man and a woman beating the shit out of each other. I'm like, well, there's some world star shit, right? It never goes well with drugs or alcohol.
we were done. Like, we were done last night, and we were.
But you kept coming back for more, didn't you?
That was it. And someone did steal his clothes and checked his whole house.
Now, you said listen to this. She said, somebody did steal his clothes. I checked his whole house. So she's trying to make herself look bad. Like, I deserve it. Now, didn't she just tell a story where if somebody really stole his clothes, how come I found the basket and your clothes in the closet? Which one is it? Do you see the mental games?
I said, well, you know what? The underwear I left here, the 10 size underwear I left here, you can make a few pairs of pants. No, but all seriousness, of course I don't condone abusive relationships, abuse at all. I don't.
So you're not in an abusive relationship then. If you don't condone it at all, the first time he yelled at you, you'd have been gone.
Is it naive for me to say that I feel like people are just like, you know?
Finish the sentence.
I don't know what to say.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I feel like, is it naive to think like that even like bad boys can be like...
He's a bad boy. Bad boys and abusers are... There's a whole lot of space in between. A bad boy is somebody that is a little dangerous, likes to go do dangerous things. It doesn't mean they scream and yell at women or hit women. Right? There's a difference. She just called him a bad boy.
I mean, can like, everybody has good in them. And like, I've spent like hours with this person, and I don't know.
And what?
All I'm saying is that it's a lot easier said than done to just walk away.
You don't live with him. You're not married. You don't have kids. You don't share a bank account. What? That's the easiest to walk away from.
Somebody that you're in love with. Or,
In love with.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, so criminals are just bad boys now? Oh, he's just a bad boy.
And anyway.
Yeah, she drove to him every time. Knocked on his door crying. He told us that. Because she had the car. He didn't even have a car. She's mad because people are canceling their memberships.
That's it.
Then people are like, did he apologize for how he spoke to Shannon? And then people are like, so what about Shannon?
Poor Pete. I'm not gonna leave him. Well, I mean, like, I didn't get married, and then I don't know, maybe Pete can just like, poor Pete.
She was already dreaming of getting married and throwing Pete's to the curb.
I'm always gonna just rent a room in wherever I am. Just have a room wherever I am. How about that for you guys? I can't park. I'm too close. I try to leave some space between my car because I'm like fat. But
Yeah, and she got to swing her door open.
leaving not enough room, so I'm very conscious of that for everybody because as a fat person, it's something that affects me. You know?
Whatever. Your plight, not mine.
Well, for me, it is easier said than done. Yes, it is. It's not
Oh, so in other words, stop bothering me about it.
easy. Or I would do it.
You would do what if it was easy?
You know, I don't know. Stella Juice, he plays you like a fiddle girl while you're playing your plaything. Well,
Yeah, check your wallet. Chances are all your money's gone because of nods.
let me tell you, I'll get more into it. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of do approach life that way, Leonie. Like Judge Judy, trying to extract the information. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. It's kind of like solving a mystery. It is. I don't know why. I mean, this is more exciting to me than, I don't know, other
My
shit.
thing was in my purse, and I had to poo.
Oh, yeah, she had a lot of energy with nods. I think she's still trying to work through the addiction of him, what she thought would be. I also think that she ran away because of it. And she won't be back to Canada until she gets her head right. But I still think the minute that airplane hits Canada, she knows She's impulsive. She went right to edibles, even in a hijab, after taking Shahada. She went straight to the edibles in Canada, and I believe she's enjoying them in Thailand also. I've seen the cottonmouth. I've seen the trying to pretend like she's not on edibles. It's a joke because, we're all stupid. She's just so smart. But anyway, I think she already knows. I think she knows. She cannot fight her addiction. She cannot win the fight with her addictions. And it's too strong for her because she doesn't have any coping skills. When she wants something, she's going to get it. So I think the minute she will not be able to come back to Canada for a while unless she's forced to, because she will want to drive to Montreal. Hell, she'll probably land in Montreal, to be honest. I actually would be shocked if she still hasn't tried to reach out to Nader.
Sorry. Mistress Electra, I'm actually being honest. That's why I'm telling you all this.
Now, she's going to take this approach. Pay attention to her innocent-looking face and her big doe eyes, right? It's a sense of, I just want you to feel the way I feel, please. Then, when they don't buy into it, you're sick. You need professional help. That's one of the questions, or one of the comments. She's going to get mad.
Hi, SJM. Ooh, yes, sir, Jane. What happened was, I went up all the stairs, and I went to the bathroom. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. See, I didn't have to tell you that I paid his rent. Why would I tell you that? That's no one's business. See, I tell you, he's right about that. I'm sorry. I don't have a right to tell you guys stuff like that.
But you did it because you were mad at him. And you wanted everybody to know that he was a loser and you paid his bills. Yeah, that's why you did it. It was a manipulation.
I don't know.
And now you're regretting it because he'll use it against you and make you feel guilty and get more money out of you. Duh.
Anyway, he got a job, so.
He got a job. Press X to doubt. This was another manipulating thing. Oh, I was just helping him out. I only did it once. Now he has a job. No, he don't.
So we don't have to worry about that right now. And he said he didn't blame me for the Catalicious. Don't tell the Williams show. I do care about my life and well-being. I do, yes. And I've set some very firm boundaries.
Have you, though? Danielle goes, this is why I stopped being a beezer. She really pissed me off right there. Oh, yeah, there was many a times. There was many a times.
No, I'll be okay, Vance Beezer. I understand.
Wait until Salah leaves her. She'll spill the beans on him. Absolutely.
You have no right to speak of dear leader.
Well, and that's it. I mean, if you even look at Salah right now, do you think she put his needs and wants above hers? No. She had to manipulate him into being an enabler and a feeder, and that's how she'll be happy, as long as she can eat when she wants, how she wants, and as much as she wants, regardless of what he wants in life. Maybe a healthy woman, I don't know. Maybe somebody doesn't have to convalescent and take care of. I don't know. She just wants what she wants, and she's never been attracted to an overweight man. I wonder why. They could sit in misery and eat all the food in the world, but why does she always insist on a man that's healthy and eats somewhat healthy, or at least takes care of themselves? Why does she think she deserves that? I've never understood that.
No, I just mean personal things, you know? He's gaslighting? What do you mean? Just because you're honest doesn't make it okay. I know. I'm not saying it is or it's not. I'm just saying. No, I won't be paying anybody's rent ever again.
And we know that's a lie. We knew that was a lie.
My own bills. I was honest about that. Just the one thing to help him out.
Yeah, well, you weren't honest. You paid his bill. You paid his rent every month. You gave him $2,000 a month.
And I offered. He's honestly never asked me.
That's a lie.
So, And he said that tonight. He's like, I never asked you for anything. Why are you going online saying you pay my, like, everyone needs to know that.
He asked you for, remember the tripod you ordered yourself? And he said he wanted it. You gave it to him. Remember, he needed an iPad, an iPhone. You gave it to him. He needed new clothes. You bought them for him. Give me a break. Look what he's doing to Dee Dee. Holy shit.
And, like, I felt bad.
Well, then he manipulated you. Love that for you.
Perkins said, you know I love you, but please, this isn't right. I understand he's playing me. How can I do?
Yeah, he needed money for his sick mom, too. Remember that? I'm sure he squirreled away every dime she gave him. He overcharged her for drugs, too, did he not? And if Chantal was a true drug addict, she would have known the prices of drugs. She always cleared her throat when she lied. Plus, if she'd been doing drugs the night before. She couldn't help it.
This choice will ruin and hurt your career. It isn't okay. We're so much more than those people.
Absolutely, Rhonda. Many of us have been in that position where somebody took advantage of your good nature and they give you sob stories and make you think that you needed to help them or whatever. They would say whatever you needed to hear so they could get what they wanted out of you. Yep, many of us have been there. And then you're not, right? Once you're there and you get out, you're done. But why wasn't she ever done with him?
You want to see succeed. I want to succeed too. I'm not using your money for anything other than my own and for Pete's. So, and for Sam. Right?
You use your money to control people. Look at Pete in his room, suffering from mental illness. But as long as he don't have to pay rent and can keep you company when you're home, that's all that matters to you. Yeah. Not his mental illness.
Anymore, obviously. Like,
I mean, can you imagine being Pete's and you thought that she made all these promises? Hey, we'll live together, we'll hang out, we'll make content together, we'll build a YouTube channel. Pete's didn't have a car and he quit his job on these promises. And then she took off with Nader, left him there alone, take care of the cats, no car, no food probably half the time. He relied on her solely. And she abandoned him. I hear you, Mrs. Mud Duck.
Well, the hope is that, I don't know.
What's the hope? You already ruined his reputation. Half your members couldn't stand him. And you screwed it up. You totally ruined it. So now, nobody would be happy if you married him or lived with him and made cooking and dancing content together. You ruined it because you couldn't control your anger. Absolutely, Pete would take her back. Absolutely. And she would make the promises he needed to hear to do it. I don't feel bad for Pete either.
Starting fresh. I do want to start fresh. I want to be healthy and get better. I'm not going to alter any of those plans for that. I've never complained. Well, I'm just telling you what's going on, and yes, I don't know, I'm not... Yeah. Nice, and so many fans are canceling, don't let him. That's okay, Izzy. I understand.
Sauce Jam took back his $100.
Do you think will come from speaking to him, or do you expect love? No, girl, come on. S Jam.
See, the reaction channels are kind of her therapists. That's why she don't like us. Because we show out of her own mouth the things she's done and said to slander people, try to shut them up, destroy their character, like she did with Shannon, her best friend of 20-some years. Anyway, so she doesn't like that we show out of her own mouth the things she said and then tried to change it up depending on her mood.
Okay. XXHSX. Yes, I expect love. That's what I want.
What's your identity? Well, but Chantal, what's your idea of love? That somebody just succumb to your addiction? Is that your idea of love? They're not allowed to voice their opinion or tell you what they want in life. They have to accept all your emotions, your addictions. Is this how you wear somebody down? Do you wear people down? And that's love? Yeah, and completely emasculate a man? Is that love? Then you don't like it, like Pete's. You had Pete's right in the palm of your hand. You could kiss him whenever you wanted. You could abandon him whenever you wanted, and he'd still be fine with it, right? You had it, but it bored you, did it not?
That's Jam too.
I know, she's live again. Of course she is. I don't know what's going on with her, but it's the end of the month. It's the last week. I'm sure the paycheck sucked again, and she's got to figure this shit out. It's just the same thing. But unfortunately, the lives are so damn boring that we have to go in and we have to stimulate our minds. Her sitting there and just reading the chat and pretending like she is just over there in Thailand enjoying Thailand instead of edibles or THC is an insult to anyone's intelligence. Let alone eating, halal every day.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you.
I don't think Pete wants to be a woman. Pete still doesn't shave his face or even pretend to be transitioning. I think she thought that would be a great way to get the LGBTQI plus A or A plus as an audience.
No, he's not stopping me from seeing anybody. I'm not going to stop seeing people. No, it's not like that.
Well, he doesn't want you to live with Pete. I mean, did you see how stressed she was in Kuwait before they went to Thailand? Because of the Marty thing. And she was just eating a sick amount of food because she was lonely and bored and depressed. She was talking about depression a lot in Kuwait. And all of a sudden we go to Thailand and we're giggly and we're just having fun. Yeah, because that's how she was in Canada when she had her edibles.
Brought the clothes. I need a joint for this.
See? She can't even deal with her audience until she gets high.
My life is such a fucking mess right now.
Here we go. She's getting mad. You guys aren't buying into this. Oh. Jamie's all, if you're going to try to work it out with him and then you both have to get therapy or nothing will ever change. Here's people in here speaking the words of therapist and she don't want to hear it.
Madison, how much super chat to make you stay away?
Someone had told her this was the first phase of her downfall. I believe it. Well, and that's the thing. When people go on a vacation, they don't go somewhere and sit in a motel room for a month. Like most people are like, all right, we're going to budget out a week. Here's all the things we're going to go see. You don't generally go on vacation for a month or more. It could be longer. I don't know what's going on. They're both escaping the whole thing, got out of Kuwait for a reason. Something is just, I mean, yeah, definitely a visa thing, but something else too. And it could be for her, the edibles, and for him, could be something else. I'm just saying. It's becoming more obvious.
Don't people deserve chances? I don't know.
Yeah, and who buys bath mats as a souvenir? That's bizarre. I wonder if they got married there. I don't think you can on a visitor passport. I really don't know how it works.
Did not do coke, and I have not done it since. Remember, I made that promise with Annie. I have not done coke. I know, Madison. I have not. I'm 100%. And
She said that but then later on went to admit that she was still doing it. Which is why she was having weight loss.
Physical fight was seriously only once. I swear to God.
So you had a physical fight once. Once.
Why are you just in reverse? What? I have a joint.
Yeah, right, Nikki? They either bought the bath mats to make their place seem more homey, or they're broke and she can only afford cheap little things because she likes to shop. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like two different people in Thailand now.
You rolled some for me because I don't know how to roll. I have my bong, but I left it there. I don't know. I didn't want to bring it home. Two.
I mean, normally when you go on vacation, okay, so like if I go on vacation and I want to spend some money on souvenirs, I don't buy things from my home. I buy things that remind me of where I just was. Like if you go to Niagara Falls, you'll get yourself a Niagara Falls magnet or something like that for your refrigerator. Or if you're in Las Vegas, you'll get the Las Vegas sweatshirt. Stuff like that. I mean, it's bizarre. Yeah, a cat scratcher, a cheap cat bed. It's bizarre, the stuff she spends money on. It's weird, but like I said, there was a guy painting. And then they make these beautiful rugs and they make it like tapestry you could hang at home to remind you of Thailand. It's bizarre. It is bizarre. All of it's bizarre. I cannot make sense out of a lot of nonsense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure wherever they went is like Temu stuff. They order Temu stuff in and sell it in their markets. Probably stuff like that. Yeah, and there's so much handmade stuff there. It's weird. She didn't even get any elephant poo paper. What the hell? She is not liking this chat.
This is his third chance.
S-Jam's all, wow.
I'm not an angel either, guys. By any means. I'm just saying.
Oh, we know. Since age 14.
Saying I deserve to be, like, hit or yelled at. But, yeah. If you want to cancel, I understand. I don't do emotional blackmail.
Ooh, snippety snap. Then why are you trying to emotionally manipulate and blackmail Nader, your chat? Obviously you do. Obviously you do.
For people, if you don't want to support me anymore, then don't.
Well, those words will come back to haunt you.
I don't do emotional blackmail. I'm just telling you. I see a lot of that. People did it with Amber Lynn. She's eating a shrimp ring. Let's cancel.
Quit comparing yourself to other people.
So I don't think anything is going to change in my content. I'm still going to do videos that I'm going to be trying to get back to
what?
Emotional blackmail by sharing my life, Scary Yellow Crayon. When I share my life and I live my life, I don't have you guys in mind, like thinking, well, maybe I should do this because
maybe you should. Maybe you should have these people in mind, the ones that supported you all in green, the ones that allowed you to spend $85 a day on THC and live in the luxury villa, because we know you ain't out there on the grind working 40 hours a week. This is your job. These are your employers, by the way. So maybe, Miss Defiant, you should have had them in mind when you'd run your mouth and want their sympathy or their anger, or you tried to, deplete them of their emotions so that they could give you all the support you needed. Maybe you should.
Because my followers don't want me to do it, I do keep you guys in mind, obviously. I think, they're not going to like this, but it's not.
So you do it anyway. Got it. I'm sure you did that with your mom, too. Wore her right the hell out.
Prevent me from doing things.
We know. You will do what you want, when you want, how you want.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Danielle, I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I don't want you to feel sorry for me.
Not even close.
I don't want to cancel. I want to help save your life and career. I genuinely want. Why are we doing this? I don't know why my career has to be a part of it. Like, if I keep my personal life personal,
which you didn't do, you did not do,
then there shouldn't be an issue, you know? Abused woman fetish, don't mind him. Oh, okay. We're probably
somebody goes, just say you're hopeless.
healthy for each other. Yeah, well, it hasn't been very healthy.
Look at this foreshadowing. He'll be gone, and you'll be left with no one. Ha! Ha! Look at these future fortune tellers right here.
It hasn't been all bad either. Like it hasn't been all like fighting, you know.
But I thought he was your abuser.
I don't know what to say.
How about the truth?
It's a bad fight, and I don't ever. It's never.
So it was an incident, fueled by drugs. Got it.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. No, I'm not giving him my money. I'm not giving him my money.
Yes, you did.
Pay my bills with my money too. You know, like I pay my bills and my sobriety.
And you pay his bills.
I have been sober for like what, over a month now? I don't know.
As she's about to light a joint.
It's like that's something that I'm happy about. Thank you. I know I've been smoking a lot of weed, but I wasn't sure. It's affecting your career and your friends are heartbroken over your choice and leaving. I don't want that for you. I see, yeah. Well, I know, but it's like, I don't know what to say. You know? To change my mind? Just talking, like, him proving to me some things that I thought he was lying about.
So why don't you prove to your audience some things you were lying about?
Him being honest about this woman who called him with a weird vagina. And then, no, I got there with the clothes. I know he did Sandra. Sandra, we had a really bad fight. When we were like under the influence, way too much stuff. I think it was like, we did so much stuff that night.
So is this typical? An alcoholic abuses people and then blames it on the alcohol? So Chantal is blaming the big fight they had on all the drugs they did that night. Wow.
It was bad. We were both miserable. Swanky tokes. Ignore my super chat, that's fine. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't even see it. Sorry. I'm not trying to ignore you. Your sobriety should converse. Where's your super chat? I didn't see. Oh, take this $4 and buy yourself a gravy. Mashed potato for brains. Thank you. Yeah. You're an amazing person. Thanks. So no, he was working like for a while at first, but this is all his business. Like this is what I mean. Like I don't really want to talk like. I don't know.
Man, she stumbled, didn't she? She didn't know where to go at this moment. So she just started reading the chat. That's why she does that now. When she goes live and just reads the chat. Because she can't talk about anything.
No, that's not what I wanted to say. I'll never change and don't want to do better. That's not what I said. You give me a chance for what?
That's true. She did buy all his groceries. Accountable Beauty pointed that out. You pay his rent and groceries, and he uses you.
Anyway, I went there.
Somebody goes, he knows payday is coming up soon, and you're going to have that YouTube money. Very true. Accountable Beauty was very smart. Very, very smart. Because that is the truth. He would fight with her for 3 weeks of the month. And tell her to go away, leave him alone, blah, blah, blah. And then the week before payday, he would be like, you know, come on over, blah, blah, blah. And she fell for it every time.
And
then look at this one, Miss Sniper. I'm over it. I'm done with my concern for you. See? That's what happens, Chantal, when people care about you. I don't know whatever happened to Accountable Beauty.
brought him his stuff. He was playing soccer. And then I went in and talked. I had to shit. Number one, I had to shit.
Nobody cares. You're gross.
I was gonna take off. And then popcorn JRD move.
She never finishes the story either.
S-Jam, it's so went in and you'd made like all good food. And then we talked, obviously. And you know, stuff happened. I'm not trying to ignore you, Purple Mermaid. Yeah.
Oh, look at Dana. Chat, you're all enabling her now. Get off because you're her paycheck. You say you're not supporting her, but you are now. Crazy enablers. She didn't realize that she wasn't in control. Her supporters are in control.
And then I said, why? He said, why would, you don't understand why I told Shannon off? And I'm like, yeah, what, you know? And he's like, because she messaged me first. After I told her what happened with the fight we had, I confided in her, told her not to tell anybody. She went and told him off. Obviously
Of course she did, out of support of her best friend. Nader was a stranger. Not your husband, not the father of your children. He was a boyfriend. And she was trying to have her best friend's back. That's what people do. But apparently, you chose a man over a best friend. Interesting.
She hates him, and I understand that. I'm not mad at her for that.
Yeah, it was your fault. You made her hate him. So you could trauma dump on her.
I actually think he's just what you deserve. That's nice. So anyway, that's what I mean though. Like, you shared what you do with somebody and they like turn it against you. Like
you did to Shannon. You spilled her entire life behind the scenes on the YouTubes many times. We didn't even know who she was. She didn't even know you had done that.
I'm just living my life, people, and I'm just sharing it. So, fuck you. Anyway, don't support me. I don't care at this point. Like, seriously.
Yeah, if you're gonna make her realize things or look at herself, just cancel. Kind of like the therapist. If you're gonna keep asking me these questions, looking for an answer, we're done here.
And that's it.
And that's it.
I don't know what to say. Like,
obviously.
That's, you know, and I don't get it. I don't know. I don't condone that. I don't think everything with all that whole thing is a fucking mess. So yeah, that's what happened. I'm not even saying that I'm back with him. I'm just saying I went there to bring his stuff and we talked and everything.
And you said you were in love with him.
That's it.
You mean you went over there to talk? You drove there. I'll buy you groceries. I'll give you some money.
And yeah, I do think there is some good in him. And I know that things got really bad when we were cooked out.
So he agreed that was a bad night. He was remorseful, apologetic. Is that what you're saying? You're sure being vague. It was one bad night. How did you go through abuse for a year if it was one bad night?
But obviously, like, I had to, I don't know. I know I'm not stupid. I know you're all shaking your head at me thinking, what a stupid bitch. Well, I'm not trying to shame you. I want to see your self-worth because you're worth it. You do. Never deserve to be abused or hurt or anything. I know. And maybe a part of me thinks I do.
I know, taking care of business, right? Can you imagine being in love with a guy? He's like a spider monkey. He's all over the place. He's lighting a meth pipe on an oven. What? How is that love? That is bizarre.
I did. And I can't get that out of my head. No matter how much super chats you send me, no matter how much you tell me I'm pathetic, there's nothing I can do to change my mind.
Which is why you're in Kuwait.
So you're just gonna have to judge me, and I'm just gonna have to live with it. Volpe, welcome to Very Important Beezers. Ready, set, bees.
But then you wanted all those people back when he got with Dee Dee and decided you weren't worth the nuttiness or the chaos or the crazy, or you have a big mouth on the internet and he wasn't willing to have you just periodically slander him and disrespect the relationship. So he went on to another woman, and then you wanted everyone to feel sorry for you again. By filing a police report, live streaming. On a live stream, filing a police report to prove to your audience that he's an abuser, I'm done with him, and look at what I'm about to do. And then you still kept reaching out to him. And you retracted the police report. And said basically you were just angry because he was with another woman. Wow.
Yeah.
That kind of ruins it for women that really go through abuse, does it not?
Still fucked up about what happened. And I'm gonna need therapy.
Then why did you go back? You would have been more credible.
I don't know what it is. When I see him, I just melt.
Kind of like a Nashi, huh?
You can call me stupid.
She don't care if you call her stupid.
I don't know.
I still think Sam's Bar Lounge was her channel. I do. I think she got the... listen, there was a lot of FaceTiming going on with Dee Dee. It was Facebook Live, actually, like a private, kind of like FaceTime, a group. And they were doing this fetish stuff in the background, and Dee Dee and Nader were all into it. But anyway, I still think she got that footage, edited it, and because there was other people talking, do this, say this, do this. And that's what they were doing. And I still think that she got that footage, edited it, and made it what it was, and put that channel up to destroy him some more. I do believe that. I really, really believe that.
Do couples therapy? Hey, Moonlight, do you think that's...
She always shouted out that channel, and she kept saying, oh no, I'm going to be next. They said they've got something on me. Nothing ever came out about her. Nothing. And we already know there is stuff out there. Well, they're creeps because I don't believe in all that weird shit. I don't believe in that BDSM stuff. I don't believe in fuzzy, weird fetishes either. I don't believe in feeder fetishes. There's a lot of stuff I do not believe in. And I think it's weird. So it doesn't surprise me that Nader's not into group and participation. She even participated once with Dee Dee. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Because, like, EP99. No, BB said that. And yeah, he's gonna be really good. Everyone's pissed at me because...
And it wasn't her first time. According to her, she would seek out threesomes. Wasn't the first time. So for her to act like an angel is ridiculous.
Yeah.
She's still trying to read the room.
But what, like, people never are in some kind of, like, abusive relationship and they never get help and they never succeed? I don't know how stupid this sounds.
Yeah, it really did. And now that she's got that new microphone, get a load of this shit. So she's got a microphone now, so you can hear her saliva forming in her mouth. And you get to hear her breathing through her mouth while she's eating. And you get to hear all the sounds now. She's definitely kicked it up a notch. And listen, Salah's all for it. He's all for it. Doesn't even disgust him. That she's got a microphone up to her mouth where the sounds of her eating are so disturbing. There is no way I'm reacting to that content. And then she goes and sits in a cafe this morning and has coffee, and you can hear the outside traffic because she don't even have her microphone on. So make that make sense to you. She's only using it now for feeder content. She introduced it, in a couple videos, but now it's strictly for feeder content. And I think whoever was paying HFC, Candy, God bless her for walking away from the feeders that get aroused by women eating food, which is bizarre. Anyway, I think they have contacted Foodie because they still need to have a big girl eat for them. So I do believe that whoever was paying Candy may have reached out to Foodie. And I do believe it is haram behavior. Absolutely.
That's okay, whoopsie doopsie.
It's kind of like when grown women dress up like a little girl for fetishes of men. And it's obvious you're not a little girl. But it's a fetish. And it makes me sick. Fetishes make me sick.
No, I told that one person who said I deserve abuse to fuck off. That's who I told it, Pickles. That's the only person I told to fuck off.
I think so too, Lock Dog.
Well, maybe I did.
And I think Salah's all on board.
I don't know.
Did you hear how bad that the newest video was with the microphone? You know how slimy and nasty you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And then you will know what's going on. Because this cannot be in any way acceptable in the Muslim or even in Islam. It cannot. There's no way. There's no frickin' way that this can be acceptable. I don't know how these conversations begin. I think you join a group. I heard somebody mention that before. There's like, what's it called? Forums. There's forums. But I'm going to guess that whoever was paying Hungry Fat Chick a lot of money already knew that Chantel existed. But they were getting everything they wanted out of Hungry Fat Chick until now. I think it's the poutine. Hold on. I'll show you. All right with that. No. Just get in there and eat it because honestly, I just can't. This is so disgusting. Oh, that's when you let a dog in the restaurant, right? Okay, she got the microphone ready. There it is, right underneath her chin. There it is. And Salah is in control of the views and the angles, which is weird. Why is he on board with this? Why? Money.
It tastes so good. Like, authentic protein. It's so yummy.
Listen to the prawn music in the background while they're doing this. Now, this is him filming this. And then we get close-ups. Here we go. He's changing the angle.
All right.
See? Yep. Salah's bringing the camera in now. Yep. This is where we're at today, people. Guess the paychecks are really sucking. I'm back, sexy, sassy bear. That's funny.
But yeah, I definitely don't want any...
Yeah, just when you thought Chantel couldn't scrape the bottom of the barrel. I honestly believe she will do anything to stay on YouTube and get a whole new audience and to hell with all of us, but we're all starting to pull away. We're all starting to pull away. Good for you, Chantal. Pretty soon you'll disappear into the algorithm. Have fun with that.
Sympathy or anything. I just happy flounder. Yeah. He's actually started getting help with something, so he's on the right track.
That's a lie. You're acting like Natter's going to therapy. That's cute. Yeah. So we can be together forever. Everybody believe he's going to change. He's getting help.
And he promised to never touch coke again and never...
Oh, ha. That didn't work out well, did it? He promised he'll never touch any drugs again. Oh, please.
Well, especially, like, period, but me too, like, never. I haven't, and...
Sure. Keep smoking that joint.
So, that's one thing for me. The minute I know, if never again. That's it, I'm done.
Wow.
So, like, even being friends, you know.
So don't cancel. Don't cancel. I'll give you a lot of opportunity later. Especially when I go to Cuba.
I don't know what we're going to be. I don't know if it's just going to be, you know, but I just... He put all my stuff in my car. Like, I was going to leave. So, yeah, it was done. Like, we were...
This is the good old days. Exactly, lock dog.
No, this didn't happen with his ex because, like, I bought a lot of stuff that night. I think that's probably the first time for us both that we ever did that much.
Okay, so if that was the first time you've ever indulged in that, why did you buy it and bring it over? I mean, do you hear yourself? You really think the world is stupid.
And it was bad. We were, oh man, I didn't even recognize each other. Like, we were just gone. Like, it was fucked. It was bad.
And then the next time that you brought party favors over, you ended up down there in the gray McDonald's, eating between the golden arches, the gray arches. I think you live for this crazy shit. I think you thrive on chaos and you get bored with just a normal man living a normal life. You have created chaos since you were a child and you thrive on it.
That stuff is evil shit. Never try it. Never try it. No, of course I'm not done with Shannon. If she doesn't want to talk to me anymore because of that, I understand. I mean...
Oh, but then she made up with you. And then when she needed you, you go, nah, you were waiting for your moment to let her know you really don't give a fuck about her.
Whatever. It's not whatever, but I mean, like I said, I know that people in my life are going to be disappointed.
But oh well, I want Nader. I'll kick Pete out, I'll get rid of my cats, I'll throw away my best friend, and I won't talk to my family ever again, as long as I can have Nader.
You know.
Because he's wild and crazy just like me.
I know she's tried to look out for me, and I'm not mad or anything. I'm not, like I said, like, this is fucked up that, you know.
Then why didn't you call her in the hospital? Why didn't you go visit her? Because you hold grudges.
I don't know. I definitely don't like that he talked to her that way. I don't like that any of this happened, and I don't, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to save face.
Yep. That's what you always try to do.
I don't know what to say. I just talked to a close friend this afternoon about him, too. Oh, my God. Oh! I'm probably going to lose a lot of friends over this. Same
You lost a lot of subscribers, too.
thing. I know, coconut. I mean, maybe I should have just, like, kept this, you know? I don't know. Drama-free is kind of boring, though. But yes, no, I don't want to be hurt, and I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't. I don't know what to do, guys. Like, my heart, like I tell you, fuck. Just say you're hopeless. Oh my God.
I don't think it's your heart. I think you were addicted to his energy. I think he created chaos in your life. And it was like an old friend came back to visit when you used to create chaos in your family's life. And Pete, you cheated on Pete. You cheated on BB. Like, you can't ever be at a constant. You can't be at peace at all. You always have to have some sort of a dangerous game going on. That is one of your addictions. And Nader was a dangerous game, right? But you were willing to give up your paycheck, your channel, your subscribers, your members, your friends, because the addiction's so strong. And I think that's why you're in Kuwait, because you can't fight the addiction with Nader.
I'm hopeless. I am right now.
It's that simple to me.
No, nobody's hopeless. For the views. It's not for views, Danielle. I live my life, and whatever happens, happens. You know, I thought, you know what, fuck it. I was driving home from his house, so I'm gonna tell him. I wasn't gonna tell you. He'll be gone, and you'll be left with no one. I'm not trying to push people away, you know?
No, you're either on board or go away. It's her theory in life. I'll talk about what I want, when I want, how I want, and I'm gonna do bad things, and you're gonna either agree with me or overlook it. Well, people don't work that way. They actually had faith in you. They literally supported you. They thought you were going to lose weight. They were going to follow you through all these health journeys. And that's your go-to anyway, too. To change the subject, deflect from whatever you're doing, especially when people start questioning your Shahada oath. This is what you do. This is what you do. I don't think you could ever be happy being peaceful and quiet.
I'm not hurting anybody.
Which is why we watch. I mean, my God, even Snooki had some kids and grew up. Little Snooki. Look at her being a grown-up. She has to have chaos. She thrives on it, yep. If she ain't listen, if it ain't happening organically, like with a Nader, she's got to create it. And that's why we're here for the long game.
The guy gives you the tea and you think it's love. I guess I give the people the benefit of the doubt. You know, like, he tells me he loves me.
Right before payday. It's all I want to hear. Just fake love me.
I'm not going to do it, girl. I'm not. Girl, I did it.
I think so too, Rhonda. I think, yeah. I think she, you know, yeah, I think it's whatever's going on right now, Salah is all about the money, and let's do what we need to do. Because like I said, he wants to be making that kind of coin that probably all his siblings make. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be looked up to as somebody who made it, and maybe he thinks this is his only option. Maybe she promised it to him. I don't know.
Drama-free is boring. It is.
See? She loves drama.
Do you watch a TV show? Why are you here right now? For my drama, right? Or...
Yeah, for sure.
You watch reality TV for the drama. Nobody gives a fuck. Why do you think Angela is the most richest one on 90 Day Fiancé? I'm not...
There you go. This is how she creates her characters, and her next step is by watching shows. She lives in this delusional reality where she wants to make it big as a reality star, and she is willing to manipulate her way to the top. It happens, and we're here to see if she makes it.
This is not comparing my life, because...
You compare yourself to Trisha Paytas, Nick Ocado. You have a long list of people you want to be. So you change whatever's going on, and you think that YouTube is a reality TV show when it's supposed to be your actual life. And the sad part is your audience dictates your future on YouTube. Not like if you got a series on Bravo and you get paid regardless of what the public thinks about you. It doesn't work that way on YouTube. You get paid because of the way people feel about you. Ha ha! I love it!
When I tell you that this is not entertainment. Like, I'm telling you, I don't find there anything entertaining about fucking abusive people or whatever, okay? I'm just saying that, you know, but she's actually, like, I was watching that, like, tell-all today, and I'm like, damn, she got new boobs and everything. Angela? I'm like, it's because she's a fucking bitch, and she tells off everybody, and people find that entertaining. Why are you telling us?
Well, then give it a try. It didn't work for you. Now what are you going to do? Oh, that's right. You're going to protect yourself under an umbrella of religion. Right. Oh, and mental health. My bad.
I don't want sympathy, Danielle. I'm telling you because I don't want to lie.
You don't want to. But sometimes you can't help yourself.
I don't,
Well, obviously, Salah's definitely on board with her. He's not trying to change her into this pious Muslim woman that he can call his wife. He plays GTA. He zeroes in on the scenes, the S scenes, and he now zeroes in on her mouth filling with Putin. So you tell me, we're starting to see the truth.
Don't want...
As she wanted Salah to look like that strong, aggressive Muslim man in the beginning. Remember when he kicked her for saying ass, right? Stuff like that. And then people go, oh my God, he's abusive. Then she's like, oh shit, that didn't work. Let's make him sweet. And he plays with toys. Oh, give me a break. She's always thinking about the YouTubes. She can't even live a real life because she's too busy trying to create a fake one.
I just want to share my life. That's all.
No, not true. Not true.
You know? I don't support abusers. I'm in love with somebody who we got into a really bad fight and it became...
So he's not abuser. Make up your mind. I don't support abusers. I fell in love with a man that one night we just made a bad decision.
And I don't know how to stay away.
I don't know how to stay away. She looks like S-Jam there. Ah!
I don't want approval. I don't want you to...
But yes, you do. Because when you don't get approval, you lash out.
You don't need to understand. You don't need to approve. Oh,
I know. Did you see the picture she just put up that supposedly somebody sent her of the pets? Because she had to prove somebody's watching them. I still press X to doubt. That's probably an old picture that was in her phone. Because I remember the picture of Howie with the top hat on. That was in her phone. She's used it before. So no, I don't believe that whoever's not babysitting the animals, if they even have the animals anymore, to be honest with you, I do not believe that this person put this picture up at all. Well, obviously, that's a fake hat. But did you notice how we have the cat with the brush next to the cat? We got to put that in there. These were on her phone. Nice try, though. Always trying to manipulate. You think she got rid of the pets? They're never leaving Thailand. Kind of looks like they're in some sort of like a little apartment in Thailand. Because I've never seen a motel room, you know, like when she's eating at that big long table. I've never seen that in a motel room. Usually you get a desk, a chair, and a bed. So something's off. That's the other thing, Miss Powers. I'd be devastated to leave my animals for longer than a week, let alone a month. How do you have pets and leave for a month? That's insane.
Hi. What?
Yeah, it could be a hostel. But you take a chance in a hostel with the kitchen being communal, right? Because how do you know when you could be in there making noise or filming and people aren't going to come and go out of there? That's the bizarre. That seems more like it would be a room where they put tables up in case you have computer work to do. You know what I'm saying? Something. It could be an extended stay with its own kitchen. It's weird. But that's what she does. She's always got a secret, something to hide.
What?
Which makes it fun.
What? How am I supposed to not pay attention to him when he's crying like this? Oh, Sam.
Well, it's a good deflection from your chat. Bring the cat into frame so everybody can feel all warm and fuzzy again and not be telling you off.
Oh, Sam. Oh, Sam. What? Oh, Sam. Yes, you did. You did. Sorry. What? What?
See?
Sam?
Told you. Told you. Those cats did one thing for her. They licked her tears when she was sad and lonely and slept with her and cuddled her. And they also came into frame when she was being called out for shit. As a distraction. Right? Because the truth is, it's all about the care when it comes to pets because they can't speak. They can't tell you when they're hurting. They can't tell you when they got a problem. So it's up to you to take them in, be vaccinated, which you didn't vaccinate them. You refused to. I don't know why. You had the money. Anyway, which made Timbit stay in a bedroom away from them because Timbit wasn't vaccinated either. That's kind of funny that you social justice warriors didn't believe in vaccinating your animals. Anyway, my animals are vaccinated. In fact, I got to take them in next week. They can do for shots again. I'm just saying. It's up to the vet. Bring in a stool sample. Bring in this. Bring in that. Bring in a urine sample. That's what you do when you own pets. Know that they're healthy and that all their blood work is good. If not, we treat them with medication. Just like, well, she don't treat herself, so there's that.
What, Sam? What? 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 Come here, you chubby.
Nader kicked BBJ off the bed.
What? What?
And every time he's seen or she even mentioned her cat, he went like that.
Did you have your dinner? You did? No. There's no room up here for you right now. No.
Funny part, the chat's not letting up. They're not letting up. They're still talking about abuse in your chat.
He's up here. My dirty llama. Okay, wait.
She was going to give those cats up for Nader. She was going to move out with Nader and a cabin in the woods or a Montreal apartment downtown. And she was thinking that Pete's would take her cats. Yeah.
Stop, I'm talking. Move.
But Pete's would only take Sam.
I'm talking about something serious. No. I know he misses me. I was gone for 5 hours. Fuck. I spent the last 4 days in a row in my room with him.
So do you think Julia misses you? Do you think Julia's attached to Salah or you? And you just left for a month?
Arwen Levin, he's got you hook, line, and sinker. I guess.
Didn't she say she wasn't going to get any more pets after she gave away those cats because she wanted to travel? Didn't she say that? I mean, really. We'll be covering this. It's going to take all week. It was 4 hours. That was a 4-hour live. Remember when she'd go live for 4 hours or so? She's always looking for an excuse to bend over in front of the camera. That too. Or put on sleazy clothes. Yeah, I think animals are meant to make her feel better. Not just be pets. I don't even like to stay away from my guy for 24 hours. Right. That's why generally when I go somewhere, rocking the Bret Michaels today, right? What a mess. Anyway, like when I go somewhere, we most of the time I go separate because I don't want the dogs to be alone. So my husband is, you know, blah, blah, blah. When I do my little short trips. Then when we take a long trip, we have a babysitter for the animals because what else do you do? I don't board my animals. I don't think, because they've never been boarded, that they would do well in that situation. There would be like 9 years of their life they've never been boarded, and I think it would be, at their old age, it would be stressful. So we have a person we hire that comes and takes care of them, and they love that person. They look forward to it. Tiggs has always liked his babysitters. I don't believe they're boarded. I don't believe our animals are boarded. I believe somebody's coming in, like Murad or somebody, and filling up the food and the water. And I think that's as far as it goes. I do. Somebody's coming in and checking the food and the water. They're not cleaning the cage. They're not doing any of that. I don't even think they're doing litter box work. You know what I mean? But to plan a trip that long and keep saying, oh, I miss my animals. Why would you plan a trip that long? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Your animals are your family. Really, they are. Remember, she called people crazy that looked at their animals as like their children, and we meant we meant children as in defenseless, right? And needing trust and stability. That's what we meant. You wouldn't know that, but that's what it meant. It didn't mean we literally look at them as children, like we're gonna, you know, take them out to eat at a restaurant or put them in school with a backpack. And that's not what we meant. So anyway, that's all we're going to cover of that today, but we're going to continue on with this because it was 4 hours of trying to convince these people that were so angry with her to be okay with this whole situation. And I want to see how the end result was. I want to see how the end result was of this 4-hour live. Did they all come back around? We understand. Or did they continue on with, you need therapy, there's something wrong with you, you're out here telling everybody that he's an abuser, and now you're just calling him a bad boy, and it was one bad night, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you are giving mixed messages to people who have survived abuse, right? And I got to see how that comes out, because it's the psychological of it that just blows me away. Your dad used to board the collie for travel, and she'd refuse to eat and drink the whole time. Best at home. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was more afraid of like kennel cough or I don't know. I don't know. I was just something like, because they're Chihuahuas too, okay? They don't do well in a dog park. They're like, what is this insanity? I remember Mr. Tiggs could not handle dog parks because they didn't have like little dogs dog park and big. And Chihuahuas are very intimidated by big dogs because they stand probably looks like towers over them, and it scares them. But they like little dogs, their height, eye to eye kind of shit. They're fine with that. But I knew when they board, they sit in this cage until it's time to go out in the yard. And I felt like I would rather have them run around the house, have their blankets, have their couch, the smell of their humans, and somebody comes in, walks them, feeds them, and hangs out with them for a bit. I do. I find that to be more reassuring to me. So that's what we do. And we don't go anywhere very often, do we? Together. So that's the sucky part too. Anyway, everybody's different though with their pets, and I'm fine with that. I just have a hard time believing she's boarded the hamster and the cat. I really do. I don't believe it. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I might be back tomorrow, and we'll continue on with this series of what made her run to Kuwait. Trying to escape the addiction of Nader. There it is. Used to work at a kennel. You played with dogs all day. No cage till bedtime. That's great. couple of them I checked on. Not here, but when I was in Florida. Yeah, it wasn't that way. Made me sad. So, you guys have a fabulous day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.